All right, so thank you for having me. I'm Martha. You could call me Coach Martha J. And the purpose of you being here is for me to talk about assisted living facilities, this business here. So just to get it kick started, what is assisted living culture and how did it get started? I'll tell you a little bit about myself. So I'm a nurse. I'm a Miami native. I'm Haitian American, speak Creole. I'm your everyday girl. Raised in a big family. And of course, because I'm from the Caribbean, it's always been church, school. It's either you're a doctor, a nurse, or engineer. Fortunately for me, I always wanted to be a nurse. But I got it kick-started. I started having that desire just to have my own business. And then this came about. So it's a long story, which we're not going to get into because I want to teach you how you could get into the industry. Okay, so here's the agenda for today. So I'm going to be telling you what I've been up to this summer. I'm going to be talking about opportunities in the ALF industry. We're going to talk about how we could engage, how you could get resources for free. We're going to talk to our expert ALF owner, which is going to be real fun. She has a lot of experience. We're going to do definitely a giveaway. So make sure you're active. Make sure you're active. And then, we'll go from there. All right. So with the ALF industry, there's a lot of opportunity, okay? So I'm not gonna sit here and read everything word for word, but just to let you know that this is an aging population. With this business here, by 2030, 1 in 5 Americans, they're gonna be in retirement. And where are these people gonna go? And just to let you know, nursing homes, people don't want to be in a nursing home. A lot of people don't want to be in large facilities. They like the concierge type of feeling. They like to see the concierge type of atmosphere. So this is where you come in. And then these people are living longer. People are living up to 73 years old. So you want to make sure that if, let's say, you're 20, you're 30, you're 40, you're 50, even in your 50s, this business is for you. There will always be a customer for you. And rising chronic conditions. How many people that you know of that has high blood pressure, that has diabetes, that has all these issues, they're gonna need some help. By the time they get up to their 60s, 70s, these people, their conditions are just up and down. And this is where you come in. And there's a growing demand in senior housing. So with this senior housing and then these health conditions, guess what? With this business, you're in the real estate portion. Let's say you purchase a property. And then also too, you're doing the ALF services. So that's 2 in 1. I don't know about you, but I think that's good. Changing family dynamics. Families right now, like, people are busy. With this economy, you cannot afford to stay home and not do anything. Of course, you're gonna want somewhere to put your family member while you are at work, while you are running your business. So, and then the economic impact. So the median people coming into ALF, $4,300. Before, years ago, it used to be a lot less, but this is a different day and age. And we'll get into that a little bit later. All right, so what are the opportunities? What are the opportunities for you as far as getting into the industry? If somebody can put in the chat, like, what opportunity are you looking for? Like, what are you looking for? Or let's say you can't think of anything. When it comes down to the Q&A section, you put it there. But the housing industry, it's a multi-billion-dollar industry, okay? We have these Medicaid funds, we have trust fund babies, we have the people with the pension plans, we have people that has money that they save from their 401k, their Roth, all of that. So there's funds, multiple ways for you to get money. So you do not want to miss out. And this industry is lucrative. It's pandemic proof. I remember during the peak of the pandemic, I was still in business. I was still getting paid. There was no, oh, my resident cannot pay me because they're not getting a paycheck or whichever. I'm getting funds by Medicaid or their pension or SSI. Those things are guaranteed, okay? They're guaranteed. All right, so what are some of the possibilities? Like you're thinking, man, she's saying all of this. I want to get into this business. I want to know I want to make some money. I want to be impactful. I want to help the elderly. I want to help people that are not able to care for themselves, but I just don't have the money. I don't know how. I don't have a property. Guess what? You can rent or you can own. If you have a property, you have a mortgage, by all means, that's amazing. Congratulations. But then there's some people, especially with this economy, they can't afford to buy a property. They can rent. And guess what? Renting is an option. As long as you have a good contract, you create a lease, whoever's the owner of the property, you come up with a deal and then you go from there. So with the renting, the initial cost is typically a lot lower because you're not worried about all this extra stuff. You're just paying the rent and the owner of that home is taking care of everything else. And you're more flexible. So renting allows more flexibility. And there are some people that are running multiple ALFs through rental properties. So they can have like 2, 3, 4, 5 ALFs making a whole lot of money renting properties, where ownership is amazing because you get to do what you want because it's your real estate. But at the same time, if you have the finances, the multiplication is a different story. So if you're owning properties, if you have the finances to purchase more properties and more properties, then by all means do it. But renting is usually the way to go for people that just can't afford mortgages. So owning a property, there's longevity. So as the market changes, as homes have more value, guess what? Your house has more value. Like for me, with my property, from when I bought that house in 2017 and up to now, it's double the amount that I purchased it. So if I were to ever sell it, guess what? I have that real estate money, and then I had made money from the ALF services. So that's the good thing. That's the renting versus owning. Now let's talk about a little bit about the niche. So whenever you're getting into business, the ALF industry, not everybody's your customer. Okay, not everybody's your customer. You have to know, what are you doing? Like, what am I doing? What am I getting into? Who do I want to serve? Like, if you're somebody, like you're younger, let's say you're in your 20s, your 30s, and you want to help people, but you have other things that you have going on. So you don't have the time to be there all the time. Guess what? Your niche will probably be somebody that's a little bit more independent. For example, maybe veterans, maybe people that just a retirement home type of facility. If you're someone that you're retired and you have all the time in the world, and you want to work there full time, you can probably handle the ones the residents that has more care, that needs more care. So the ones that need the assistance with dressing, the bathing, you have that opportunity to do that. Do you want to open up a memory care, people with dementia? Do you want to open up a facility for people that are that has low income? Do you want to open up just a private pay? So the ALF is flexible. So that's something to think about as far as who your people are, what your niche is. All right, so so with this industry, guess what, guys? I didn't really have a team. I didn't have a community. When I first started the ALF back in 2018, I was asking questions. I was trying to figure out, how do you do this? How do you do that? And guess what? Everybody was gatekeeping. Nobody wanted to tell me. And when I first started inquiring about it, I had a friend that she had an ALF, but her ALF was in another municipality. So it was a whole different area. So the rules in her area and where I'm at, totally different. And guess what? I went based off of what she said. And that didn't go so good because my first inspection, it wasn't an inspection, but the fire marshal came in and she was looking for like the whole fire alarm system and all of that. And poor thing, like now that I'm looking at it, she felt real bad. And she was like, this is not it. The idea that I had, I thought it was those, you know, those little alarm fire detectors that when that battery's dead, it's beep, 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 never ending. I really thought it was that, but no. So she gave me the opportunity to get it fixed. And I went ahead, I got it fixed. But I lost money because I already sent the application and thinking I'm ready, I lost money. So I got a consultant. But here you're looking at community engagements and resources. I created platforms to help you. I have a free Telegram community to help you expand. It's all about you asking questions. There's other like-minded people there, and it's free. You get to, people get to share their stories, share pictures, share their experiences. Then I have Instagram. Almost everybody has Instagram. And I suggest if you're getting in this business to make sure you have Instagram because potential customers will be going there too, depending on the population. I'm on Instagram. I'm also on Facebook. So join my community on Facebook. TikTok as well too. TikTok is a different TikTok is a different ball game, and I think it's really good for people that if you want to reach a different generation. So you're not only catering to the seniors that are coming to the facility, you're marketing to the children. You're marketing to the grandchildren, and you're marketing to the children. And you may even be marketing to the great-great-grandchildren. So make sure you set yourself up for different platforms. All right, so I have an ebook available. The ebook is basically my experience as far as building an ALF, the recommendations that I give you. I talk about the whole process of my experience, what I went through, so that you could learn from it. And then I have the empowerment workbook. This is basically a workbook that'll help you organize yourself. Okay, so it helps you in every step. And this book goes along with the course as well too. And soon you'll see like in the chat when I open everything up of where you could find everything. Okay. And then also I have a giveaway. So whoever participates the most, inquires the most, you can either win the ALF ebook or the empowerment workbook. All right, so remember we were talking about niche, right? So it's not necessarily where you have to pick this specific niche, but this is something that I set up where you can piggyback ideas, okay? So this is basically a little video, a clip of what I believe culture is, okay? So I just want you guys to follow along and enjoy the video.
What is culture? It's more than just traditions or customs. Culture is the heartbeat of a community. It's the essence of who we are, how we connect, and how we care for one another. At Assisted Living Culture, our mission is deeply rooted in this understanding. We are committed to help as many people as possible get their properties licensed as assisted living facilities serving the BIPOC community. What is the BIPOC community? That's the Black, Indigenous, and people of color. These communities have long faced systemic challenges and disparities in healthcare, housing, and opportunities. These communities are rich in heritage, resilience. Imagine a place where our elders who have given so much are cared for with dignity and respect. A place that feels like home because it is built by those who understand the unique needs and strengths of the BIPOC community. This is the vision of the future ALF owners that we support. By becoming licensed ALF owners, you are not just opening doors to a business, you're opening doors to a movement, a place that sets a new standard of care, rooted in culture, competence, and compassion. You have the power to be an influential, philanthropic, wealth-building business owner. Your ALF can become a beacon of hope, a sanctuary of comfort, and a testament to the strength and unity of our communities. Join us at Assisted Living Culture. Together, we can create homes filled with love, care, and a deep respect for the richness of our cultures. Together, we can build a future where every elder is cherished and every community thrives.
All right, let's get this back open. Okay. All right. So I just talked about, so what this video is basically is it's self-explanatory. You just saw it. This is a niche that I created based on what I saw as an experienced ALF owner. A lot of people that are either Haitian, Jamaican, from the Caribbean, Indigenous, different people. ALFs is for everyone, but there's some communities where they don't have the access to the best quality ALFs. And that's going to change, and that's going to change with you. Okay. So although you're all inclusive, you allow everyone to come in, but it's important to also think in this business, while I'm in this business, how am I gonna help the one that is put in the corner, the one that won't see this nutrition, that won't taste this nutritious food, or that won't experience this beautiful environment, or that won't experience different activities. So this is where you come in, and I set it up in a way where to be mindful, be mindful when you're marketing, be mindful, because you can have, let's say you have a 10-bed ALF, you can have private pay, and then make at least 2 of your beds for someone that is a Medicaid recipient. They may not be able to pay as much as your private pay customers or the customers that have as much money, but open up at least 1 or 2 beds for the ones that are not up there. Why? And how is this a benefit to you? Because business is business, right? Guess what? When Medicaid puts out these funds, which they did during the pandemic, listen, you're part of it too. You get to apply for these grants. You get to apply for certain funds because you're supporting the ones that are less fortunate. Okay, so that's something to think about, to think about. And then also too, for the culture, make sure your ALF is people feel comfortable coming in. Make sure that you respect people's food choices, music choices. Make sure that you respect just their culture in general, especially if you're marketing. This is a business. So this is where this niche comes in. And if this is something that you are interested in and you want to move forward with it, I can help with that niche. All right. So I wanted to share with you all too regarding my course. So with that course, it's self-paced. You take your time with it. People work, people have things going on. You start a video, you pause, when you come back, you start it again. And this is gonna teach you A through Z on how to open up your own ALF. And not only how to open up your own ALF, how to get it licensed, I also teach you how to run the business. So you get it all in one. So I think this is an amazing course to invest in yourself. Like I said, there's a giveaway. All right, so guys, this is gonna be an amazing interview. I have EJ here. EJ is not just an ALF expert, but I hold her near and dear. We've known each other for years. We actually started around the same time in the ALF business. So I got licensed before her, but during my process, she was the one helping me. She was helping me pray. She came to my facility. She a listening ear. I probably talked her ear off about what's going on, but we piggyback off of each other. She taught me a lot of things, and I just appreciate her. So AJ, she owns a 14-bed facility in Sebring, Florida. She's Haitian, just like me. She was born and raised in Haiti. She's a physical therapist by trade. She's a wife, she's a mother, she's in ministry. She speaks 3 different languages. She speaks French, Creole, English. I don't know if she speaks Spanish, but she'll let you know if she does. But I'm here to present Florida Access Care, which is her ALF. So let me go ahead and bring her in. So just be patient with me, y'all. Hey, EJ.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I hope it's a great day. I'm
Yeah.
here for you with Martha. I know you guys gonna have a lot of questions by the end, so we are here to answer all your questions, anything that you may need. Martha already did a great job introducing me. I'm a mother, I'm a wife. My husband is a senior pastor of Shama Tabernacle Church. I was born and raised in Haiti. I came here as a teenager. I graduated from Avon Park High School. Went to college, get my degrees. I said degrees because I have a few of them. So I'm a physical therapist. I'm also an administrator, a healthcare administrator. Um, so I love people. I just love people and I love to help. The senior community is my pet peeve. That's where I find joy. I've been in the healthcare field for more than 25 years now. I love helping people. I had a lot of experience with the nursing homes, home health, sport medicines, you name it. At the end of the day, I always wanted to have my own business. Here I am doing it. So I hope that that's your goal too, because at the end of the day, we keep working and giving all our energies to others. When I say like you work hard and then they get paid, they give you whatever they want. So,
Mhm.
so that being said, we just want you to get the most out of your knowledge and then the love that you have for people so you can get paid and your family can survive from it comfortably.
I love it. I love it. EJ, listen, that's some resume that you have. So this is what I love about EJ. She's well-rounded. And I think it's amazing because I talked about culture earlier, and she's the epitome of culture. She's the epitome of born and raised in Haiti, came here to America. She has degrees, not degree, but degrees. She has businesses. She's married. She has children. So she has all of those things going on. And I believe that's the epitome of you're not, so it's basically you're not a product of your environment. It's you being pushed. You keep going. And look, she's influencing and impacting seniors today, not only the seniors that are just in her facility, but the families as well too, the healthcare system, because you're basically helping all the people. I wouldn't say burdened; they weren't burdened with the seniors or their loved one, but the task of making sure that they're okay is burdensome. So
Yeah.
I
I
just
don't even see
appreciate
it
that.
as a burden. I seen it more like sometimes your family members having a hard time listening to you as a family member, as the children, your parents. They prefer to take order from other people and telling them what to do, how to do it, instead of taking it from you. So that's why sometimes it's best if you have your family members that need that kind of help, but you place them at a different place instead of you giving the care to them.
Right,
Because they will
right.
receive it a lot better than if you were the one giving it to them.
Right. Thank you for explaining that.
Yeah.
So I have a few questions for you, so people can get more of an insight, not just from my perspective, but from your perspective as well too. So what inspired you to open up an assisted living facility, and what do you love most about it?
Well, number one thing that pushed me to open my own assisted living facility is the fact that I wanted to help my husband to focus more on ministry. My husband is an electrician by trade, and he also a senior pastor at Shama Tabernacle Church, where we started from our own living room in 2015. And as of right now, we have about 150 members going up. So taking care of church community, it could be a little bit challenging. And if you are working in the corporate America as well, then the stress become double. And then having the kids, I'm running a business, my husband is running the church, and it's a lot. So my thing is this, my primary reason was to get my husband to the point where he can be focused on ministry, and then get the business to support us. And we are at that point as of October last year. My husband has stopped working in the corporate America. So we are doing great, thank God.
Thank God, thank God. And that is, so we're Christian. So that's the epitome of what a wife is, a help meet. So she had a goal and vision. She already loves helping people, but she saw that her husband is doing so much. So her goal was to get him out of doing so much so he can focus on ministry. So I think that's amazing. What is
And
the
then I
best?
also have a second reason. The second reason is that I have 2 children. So I have an accent. It's very heavy. It's very noticeable. Not one time I speak to somebody, someone doesn't say, "Oh, where is this accent come from?" I'm like, yes, I'm Haitian, and I am a proud Haitian. So, so we know that Haitian people are very proudful. So I am doing this. The second reason why I do this is because that I want my kids to know that nothing is impossible. There is nothing that they want to do that they cannot do. If I come from Haiti and not knowing English, coming here at the age of 18, and I chose to go to high school, graduated high school in 2 years. So most people graduate high school at 18. I graduated high school at 20. So, and still graduate with honor, and then go to college and learn this language and be able to, function.
Right.
Then there's nothing that is impossible. I want them to know that they could be the president of the United States if they put their mind to it. Especially right now, Camilla is gonna be, hopefully.
We're not gonna get into politics, girl. Because you
So,
know how that goes.
I am saying that, you could be whatever you want to be.
Right.
Don't let nothing stop you.
I love it. And this is an encouragement for people that are in her shoes. If you have children, you have an accent, or you feel like, oh, or what do I know? Listen, you can do this as long as you have that motivation, you have that goal. And then also too, who are your people? Like her husband and her children, they motivate her. What's your motivation into getting into this business? Don't hold yourself back by saying, I don't speak like everyone else. I don't know what I'm doing. Guess what? Figure it out. And you have resources. Here we are. We're here talking about this. We are your resources. And listen, a lot of people, they get intimidated because they don't look like the person that is on that flyer, or that person that's in so when you go to facilities, you know how you see the chief officer and you see all of this, you see all these people you're probably not gonna see in real life. And some people, they get intimidated by it. But guess what? You can be the CEO. You can be the chief of whatever business, the ALF business. And somebody may look at you and say, wow, she looks like me, or he looks like me. She talks like me. I want to get into this business. So, if I could do it, EJ could do it, you can do it as well too. So I love the motivation, EJ. The next question I have for you, what is the best and worst part of the ALF startup process?
The worst part first is the time that it takes in order for you to get to that point where you license. There is a period of time, and everybody's period of time is different. Mine took about 17 months. I think Martha probably took less.
It's a clip.
So different people, it's different time. It takes different time. So the worst thing is the period of time that it required for you to get everything together, because all of it is not depending on you. So some of it you're gonna get from permits, you're gonna get license permits from over here, permits from over there, and then license by the time you get your license. So you have to get your place ready to go, and then as you process, as you're going through the process, then you will know what is the next step. And Martha is there for you to tell you each step so that you don't take 17 months like I did. So that way you could do yours in 3 months. You can do it in 6 months. I don't know. So, use the opportunity and have Martha help you where you can get it done step by step in a shorter period of time. And then the best thing for me is the flexibility that it's providing. Now me and my husband, we get up in the morning, we pray together, we serve breakfast, we sit down in the office, we eating breakfast together, we pray, and we go and serve those people lunch, and then we go and pray together at lunchtime. So, and then we take our kids to school, we pick the kids from school, pick up the kids from school, we take them to practice. The flexibility that it's provided to us, it's priceless. So for me, like I said, it was time for my husband to be focused on being a minister. And then now it's even providing more than I needed. And now we have so much time for the kids and so much time together. We're just enjoying it because, as we're getting older, we just need those time together. So that's the best thing for me.
I love it. I love it. So not only does EJ have more so of that free time, but she brought her husband along with her. She brought her children along with her. And I'm pretty sure it's a good quality life. There's something that I want to touch on when she said the process, like it took her about 17 months. For me, it took about 12 months. And the reason, so people like to ask the question, how long is it going to take to open up an ALF? Well, it all depends. The reason it took us so long, or our process was the way it was, you have to work with third-party companies. So you have to be mindful of who you're hiring. Which company are you hiring to put in the fire alarm system? Which company are you hiring to do whatever maintenance work that needs to be done? That's the part that I guess is the worst part for some people, is now the power is not in your hands, it's in their hands. So this is why you have a consultant. A consultant will give you referrals like, hey, you should go to this person or this company because they can help you with this, rather than trying to figure it out on your own. But all in all, we made it. Here we are.
Yes.
Here EJ is successful running her business with her husband and family. So I love it. So the next question I have for you, what are some common misconceptions? This is going to be a good one. People have about us ALFs, and how do you address them?
Some of the common misconception that people have, it's that sometimes they confuse what's the difference between ALF or ALF, which is assisted living, or a nursing home or group home. sometimes they don't know how do they pay you, or how do I get paid as a business owner. So usually the payment, I try to give them the difference between a ALF and us and the nursing home, and then a group home versus independent home, and then how do they get paid, as far as whether the nursing home most likely will be paid by Medicare. So under assisted living, most likely will be paid by Medicaid and Social Security income that the patient may have, or their own pension that they may have, or saving account that they have. So this all contribute differently, how different settings get paid.
Right.
And then we do get I get to be contracted with different insurance company like Humana, United, Simply, Sunshine, which other companies? Like different companies that you can actually get contracted, so that when the patient has those insurance, you can charge the insurance as far as Medicaid is concerned.
Thank you for going into that detail. And that is so true. I'd like to piggyback again. Another misconception along with how do you get paid? Some people think they're gonna hit the floor running and they're gonna make 6 figures like that day one. And with my experience and your experience, that's why I said, what is your goal? Who's your niche? What's your niche? Have a goal. Don't wait till you get the license, then you're trying to figure out, oh, okay, let me try to market over here. Let me try to market over here. No, even through the process of you figuring out like who my people are, start networking. Start going to these insurance companies like Humana, Florida Community Care, all of that. When they have meetings, go to them. Find out who's who. Find out who's gonna be paying you.
Yeah.
Find out all these other like resources, and it'll make sense by the time you get your license on how that process should go as far as you getting paid. Find out where your money is coming from. Be in the room.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Just attending those meetings. And that's another thing it does for you once you have like a consultant, because the consultant guides you and prepare you step by step. And then you don't get to waste time like I did, so that you can save money in the long run.
Right, right. And thank you for adding that. So what advice would you give someone considering getting into the ALF industry?
Number one thing I would say is be patient and put your professionalism forward. When you go to those offices, make sure you dressed up to represent your company, even though you don't have your company yet licensed. Wherever you go to represent your company well, because then it's gonna be you. When they see your face, they see the face of your company. Don't let nobody intimidate you because you have an accent, or you certain,
You're
you
new
fit
in the
certain,
game.
yes, you're new in the game or whatever. But just make sure you walk confidently, because they don't know what you don't know. You're the only one who will doubt yourself because you don't know certain things, but the people that you are talking to, they don't know what you don't know. So walk with confidence, and then, represent your company very well. Be patient, and have a second backup, because you cannot say, okay, I'm gonna open my business now and then quit your job, and then now you got bills to pay. So I will say, don't quit your job until you know for sure you got your license. Even after you get your license, you don't have anybody in your facility yet, then, or you have one or two people, hire a CNA, hire a caregiver so that they can come in and take care of your patient for you while you're still working, if you have a career that you're making more than what you will be making there. So, be wise in your decision.
I love it. I love the advice. And make sure you all are listening. Like she said, do not be intimidated. Do not leave your job prematurely. Be patient. The money is going to come in. The people are going to come in. Just be patient. So EJ, now that you asked all these you answered all these questions and you helped, I hope you helped some people here to understand a little bit more. So I want you to share more about your facility. Can you tell us more about your facility and what makes it a great place for people to call home?
The facility is a home-based assisted living. So that alone is telling you that you will be at home. So it's a concierge type of service. My patient doesn't need to wait for 15 minutes. They need a cup of water. They need or they need the medication, or somebody forget to do something for them, or they need the shower. Oh, oops, they skipped the shower because the CNA already left for the day and did not give them the shower on the day that they needed it. So that's the reason why it's more concierge, more a one-on-one type of setting, because we don't have a large group of people. I know everything about my patient from the time they were kids until the day of today. So there's no question someone can step in here and ask me about my patient that I don't know.
I love it. I love it. So it's basically just an individuality, like that hands-on care, that concierge. Listen, marketing tip, concierge service, okay? Everybody loves a good concierge. And what I love is that EJ, she says she knows what's going on in the facility. She knows her people, she knows her residents, and she knows the staff. And that's important as a business owner, because now the people that are paying you, they trust you. Like if you don't know them, you're walking in, you don't know these people's name, you don't know what they like or don't like, you don't pay attention to them, they're not going to want to stay there. Even if when your resident loves you, even if the caregiver is acting out, that resident will know the owner of the facility is coming over here. She loves me. She gonna take care of me. And guess what? That complaint that person could have made to their family member to get them up out of here, they're not doing it because they love you. They know that you got their back. So take what EJ is saying wisely and use it as wisdom.
Another thing that I also do, Martha, excuse me, is that when I go see a patient on a nursing home or wherever they're coming from, I do not admit that patient into my facility if I know for sure I can't make a difference in their life. You're not my patient if I cannot make a difference. If I cannot make your life better, then you are not my patient. Somebody else needs to be taking care of you. So that's the mentality that I go into a facility, knowing in my head, in the back of my head, I see this patient, I assess them. Okay, this patient I won't be able to take care of. I don't take it. I don't take him, I don't take her. But the patient that I know for sure I will be able to make a difference. I had a case, a particular case, one of my patients were kicked out 4 times. I was actually doubting myself. 4 times in 2 months, kicking out of facilities. And this patient got in here and lived here. The family member loved the fact that they can come to me and say, thank you, EJ, so much, because we could not even deal with it anymore, because that's how many times she's been kicked out in different facilities. So, whatever that you do, always do it with your heart, your whole heart, and knowing that what if it was me that was in that situation? Take care of those people like they were your mom or your dad, and be respectful to them. I mean, you're gonna have little issues here and there, and you can force them to respect you at time, but if you respect them, most likely they will respect you back.
I agree. I agree. And EJ said, make sure whoever you're taking in, you can take care of them, because this is not like shoes or clothes. You're like, oh, I don't like it anymore. You just throw it away. No, these are people. This is human beings. So thank you for sharing that. So EJ, where can people learn more about your facility and the services that you provide? Where they gonna find you?
I do believe in word of mouth. That's me. I do believe in word of mouth because it's so small, but we also have a website. So it's www.floridaaccesscare.com. It's www.floridaaccesscare.com. I'm sure Martha will put that.
I'm typing it into the chat box right now.
You can click on it and see what we offer.
Okay, are you on social media?
We do very, very seldomly. I am not big with the social media. Even right now, standing up in the front of the camera, I prefer to talk in front of 200 people instead of standing in front of a camera. I don't know what's up with the camera part, but yeah, that's me. But I'm doing okay. I'm okay now. I got Mata right on my side.
There you go. And I love that EJ brought that up, because she's being transparent. Like, not everybody, listen, me too. I'm not a video, I'm not a camera person. Although I like to take pictures, this here is new. And guess what, with the ALF industry, you have to move with the times. Before the pandemic, we didn't have to do all of this. Now, after the pandemic, everything's virtual, everything is courses. People don't have time to be in person. So, but something I want to tell you, EJ, you have got to get on social media, girl. Let me tell you, even the seniors, they're on TikTok too. They're on TikTok, they're on Instagram. It used to be just Facebook, Facebook, WhatsApp. No, they're on Snapchat, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So wherever the whole point is, to everyone, wherever your customers are, you just got to move with what's going on. Even if it's as easier as hiring a teenager. Hire your son, hire your daughter, a niece, a nephew that are in tune with social media, and have them market for you.
That's true. Yes.
That's an option right there. But no, the biggest thing that EJ has is a website. So that validates the services that she offers. And then also too, when you have a website, if you're applying for business grants, loans, whichever, they're looking at that. Do you have a website? They're not looking at your Facebook page or Instagram, although they do check it to see what's really going on. It's the funny business. But she has a website, which I posted on the chat.
I do have Instagram and Facebook as well, but I just don't post myself.
Florida Access Care. Go follow her, and then hopefully she posts more. But she's on social media. But the most important part, she has a beautiful website. So check it out. So EJ, thank you so much for sharing your wealth of knowledge, your beauty, and just your experience. And I know right now you're at the ALF right now, huh?
I am.
Okay, she's in her office. I see you. Listen, she's not in her boss's office. She's not in that other company's office. She's in her office, okay? This is her facility, and she gets to do this. She gets to set up this time with me and does what she needs to do. And after she leaves here, she goes back to boss lady, put that boss lady hat on, or I don't know, you may be going on a little vacation with your husband.
I'm actually gonna be going for marketing in a little bit.
There you go. So, and you see her face? She looks stressed to you? But thank you so much for being here. I'm not gonna take up too much of your time. What's next? We're gonna have actually no, stay for the Q&A. Let's see, let me open it up. I want you to answer some questions. Okay, all right. So Hilda Brooks, hi Hilda. She asked, do you have information on group homes? Let's see. Are you able to see the question, EJ?
Um, yes,
You can
I
see
have,
it?
I can see it. Do you have information on group homes? I do have some information on group home, but I'm not the one that provide the group home assistance. But I can refer you to somebody that can provide group home assistance.
Okay, so as far as group home, as for me, I can assist as far as group homes. So my specialty is ALF services, but I do already know the process as far as group homes, how to get it set up, who the licensing process. It's different. The licensing is different from ALFs. It's a different entity, but all in all, it's the same process. So the video that I have that's available, it goes through the same steps because you still need that fire alarm system. You still need a generator. You still need to pass the inspections and all of that. So hope this answers your question, Hilda. All right. So Becky, she asked, what do you find most rewarding running an ALF? For me, what I find most rewarding is just the impact. So I see how the resident came in, if the person came in frail, sad and all of that, and then just paying attention day by day, they're gaining weight, they're happier, you're seeing life, that makes me happy.
Yeah, but for me, when that questions, it's more like it's the same thing. I with the physical therapy background, I still have my license, but for me, I need to see growth in the patient. So I need to see how they were not able to walk 5 feet and now they're able to walk 300 feet and they moving, they're functional, they're happier. Even with the Alzheimer's, they could not sit in one place for 5 seconds. Now they can sit for 2 hours and watch a movie. That's me. And then the second thing is making the impact in my community and be able to offer a job to somebody who really needs it.
I love it. I love it. Hilda, okay, so next. Hilda, you're not playing, you asking the questions. I love it. So Hilda's asking, what are the requirements? So Hilda, I'm not too sure which requirements that you're talking about, but the first step is just to follow as far as, if you're talking about licensing, there's actually a checklist of what you need to do. And first and foremost, make sure that property that you have, you can open up an ALF there. And then from there you can go. That's the first step. And then as far as the requirements, as far as what I offer, you just go on the website, which I'll type in, you go on the website and then you have the course there. You go into courses and then it's available for you. You click on it, you register, you make your payment, and then I go through the whole process. Because I feel like a lot of people that are consultants, they just teach you how to get licensed and then you go on about your way. But with my course, I teach you how to get your property license and how to actually run a business, how to run an ALF business. Because once those people come in, you have to know how to take care of them. So I hope this answers your question, Hilda. Would you like to add anything, EJ?
I know the process too as well because I was licensed for a group home and then changed my license from group home to assisted living. So the process is the same except that where you send the application, the entity that process your application is two different entities.
Yeah, it's two different entities.
Yeah.
So hope that helps. Miriam, let's see. Okay, so Miriam asked this, from the course, can we do payment plans? So there isn't any payment plans for the course. you have to just pay it in full. Why? Because you get full access of everything, and it's there with you for eternity. So there aren't any payment plans. Okay, Hilda asked, what is the cost? If you are a coach, do work. Let me read this and then I'll try and if you are a coach and get everything to. Oh, okay. So what is the cost? Let's say you don't want to do the course, not just the course. You want me to do it one-to-one. I'm guessing that's what you're asking. So the cost, it all varies. It depends. How many beds are you opening? Do you know anything about the ALF industry? So basically, am I starting off with scratch? If you have experience already, it's a lot easier to maneuver and work with you. So that's a different cost. But if I'm starting at, from scratch, where you don't have any idea of what's going on in the ALF industry, is going to be a lot more work. What I recommend is that you send me an email, and then we schedule a consultation call, and then we go over, what your needs are. Okay, Hilda? Okay. Can I prepare a room for 2 people without having ACA license? I'll let you handle that, EJ.
You don't, if you're gonna be living in the property and then you have 2 people that you're taking care in your home, you do not need a license.
Okay, you do not need a license, but remember, you're working with people. So
if anything happened, they might want to sue you instead of suing your business. So you gotta take that into consideration too.
Yes, take that into consideration. To piggyback off of that, let's say you are planning to open up an ALF, but right now you need to make some money, you have 2 people. I think that's a good start. But just be mindful who you're taking in. Don't take anybody that is full responsibility. Take in someone that maybe medication management, medication assistance. But don't take someone that you have to feed them, you have to bathe them, you have to do all of that. That's extra work. Okay, hope that answers your question. And I'm gonna take one more.
You can take one from Becky.
Actually, let me take 2 more. I think this is a good one. How can you get mobile doctor and mobile pharmacy? Okay, so some people, they think that as the ALF owner, you have to hire a nurse, you have to hire a doctor. Listen, where all that money gonna come from? What money are you gonna have left for you if you're paying a doctor, a nurse, and the whole team? No. So basically the way it works is your client has insurance. So basically you want to partner with a nurse practitioner or a doctor. And that nurse practitioner or doctor, they will charge the client's insurance. Okay, so that's how that works. Let's say the client needs a nurse or home health. It's not your responsibility to go and do all of that. The insurance, the doctor's orders, the nurse practitioner's orders, that prescription will go to that insurance company, and then they pay these people. Your responsibility as the ALF owner is to help manage the appointments. So now they have everything set up. Just make sure when these people are calling to enter the building that you had coordinated for them to come in to help the resident. But so that's how you could get it done. Let's see. Do you want to pick one, EJ?
How do you manage emotional aspect of caring for elderly patients? How do you manage that? Okay, well, the way you manage it is the fact that you're gonna have help. So you mean emotional aspect of for you, your emotion, or are you managing your emotion or the emotion of the resident? So if
Or
that
maybe
could
you
be
can answer both, like you as your emotions.
so as for your emotion, you have to hire people, just like in any setting. You cannot provide 24-hour care and not have somebody to help you so that you can take your own time. Because if you don't take time off, then your emotion gonna be all over the place. When you get tired, you have to call someone. So when you get burnout, all that's gonna take, you have to take that into consideration, because you need help to get the job done. So that's why if you are taking care of two people in your home, you need to know those two people that you are taking care in your home, um, what level of care they're gonna need. And then for the patient, you have to do different things with them. You have to do different activities to help manage the stress. If they have a TV shows that they like, you have to let them watch that TV show that help release the emotion, the stress. And then also they have to do exercise, have activities for them. They have to be exercise. You have to, once you get your patients, you're gonna know what all of them needs.
Okay, yes, yes. No, I love it. It's all about balance.
Yeah.
So that's it with all the questions. So now, drum roll, who's gonna, let's see. So I'm giving away the ebook or the workbook, and whoever wins, they get to choose either one. I believe the ebook is an amazing resource of somebody that went through that experience, that whole process. So that way, when you go through your own process, you don't feel alone. You don't feel like, oh my gosh, I must be crazy. This must not be for me. No, use that book as encouragement. And then the workbook itself, it basically helps you organize your thoughts, it's like a planner, a checklist. And I think it's really great. So the winner here who asked the most questions,
Like Hilda.
it looks like Hilda. So Hilda, I'm gonna check back with you so you can let me know what you choose. Send me an email. And I'm gonna send you an email as well too. But thank you, EJ, for coming. Thank you for answering questions. You all know how to reach her. You have her website, www.floridaaccesscare.com. If you have a loved one, you have somebody that you know that needs to be in a good quality ALF, you need to contact EJ, because she'll take care of your loved one for you. Yeah. No doubt about it. I know that she's gonna take care of the resident for you. All right, so EJ.
Don't worry about the distance, because it doesn't matter where they're coming from.
Yes, she's open. She'll take them.
Yes.
All right, EJ. So I'm gonna let you go.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so we'll chat. All right, everyone. So I hope you enjoyed this webinar. I feel like I know that we gave you a lot of resources. We gave you a lot of feedback, and I hope it encouraged you. So like I was saying before, follow me on Telegram. You can email me if you still need more information on how you could reach me. Follow me on Telegram. It's a free community. I share grants, funding options, things that you can apply for to help kickstart your business. We talk about, things that you'll deal with, what the state is requiring. We don't talk about the whole ALF license, but we teach you and we talk about, different things that will help, like a community. And you all can also talk about your experiences in that Telegram community as well too. I'm on Instagram, we're on TikTok. Remember, we have that ALF course. That's a good course. It has everything that you need in there, and it's not expensive, because there's people charging thousands of dollars just to tell you this is how you get the license. And by the time you have the license, you don't know what to do. And I want you to get your first client within that first month. I want to prepare you. So go to assistedlivingculture.thinkific.com, get the course. We have the ebook, we have the workbook. Contact me. I'll help you as much as possible. All right. So thank you everyone for coming. You take care. And remember, be about your business.